Hi, everybody. Brenna Bauckham, Collective Wealth Planning. I recently attended an educational event where a representative from Oregon PERS came and walked us through a sample Oregon PERS benefit estimate. The room was filled with about 75 advisors. And as we neared the end of this 60-minute presentation, there were lifeless eyes and there were raised hands. There was discontented mumbling that really made it clear that our pension system baffled a lot of people in the room. And it reminded me that although Oregon PERS is something that I have reviewed and advised on and talked about regularly for the past decade, that doesn't mean it's common knowledge, and it certainly does not mean it has gotten simpler over time. So today, I'm going to walk you through reviewing your Oregon PERS benefit estimate. I brought home the example that the representative from PERS went through with us, and I thought this is a great way to do this. So this is the formal estimate of pension benefits that you're entitled to receive once you are 2 years or less from retirement eligibility. If you're hearing this and you're thinking, wait, oh no, I'm looking at a document that's different, you might be looking at your annual Oregon PERS statement, the one you get every year in May-ish. And if you want a video to help you walk through that, you can find one right up here. And if video isn't how you process information, you can find a link to a post below and read along instead. So I want to start by talking about the two different types of Oregon PERS benefit estimates. There are formal and informal estimates. An informal benefit estimate is a preliminary assessment of your potential retirement benefits. And this can be accessed anytime online using the PERS online membership system, which I will link below. And this is really a great way to just get a sense of your pension estimates early on. And typically the information, take estimates with a grain of salt. It is a big estimate. It's relying on general assumptions, and it might not be considering some of the specific details or updates that could impact your projection. In contrast, the formal Oregon PERS benefit estimate is a comprehensive and detailed calculation that really considers the specific and accurate information about your credited service, your final average salary, the plan options that you have available to you, and other relevant details. So this is the type of estimate that you can request when you're getting closer to retirement to seek a more precise projection of your benefits that are available. And it's the one that we're going to look at together today. And as I mentioned at the start, these are precious, these formal estimates. They are available only to those of you who are 2 years or less from retirement eligibility. And as is the way of PERS, eligibility means different things depending on if you are Tier 1, 2, or OPSRP. I've linked to that information below. So before I dive into looking at the estimate, I'm a big fan of why are we talking about this? Why does this matter? A retirement benefit estimate serves several important purposes for those of you who are planning for retirement, and I've narrowed it down to 3. The first is financial planning. So this is one of the primary reasons I ask my client families to go and grab a retirement benefit estimate. It's to help us plan financially for retirement. It provides this detailed projection of how much in retirement benefits you can anticipate receiving based on your specific circumstances. And this is really crucial to help us assess whether our projected retirement income, what you plan to earn, aligns with what you want in retirement, what kind of retirement you plan to have, your goals and your needs. So financial planning is one, decision-making is the second. So it allows us to explore some different retirement scenarios and options, making some informed decisions about when to retire, which survivorship benefit to choose, if any, and whether there are some additional factors to think about, like purchasing service time, which I'll talk more about in a little bit. And it can also help to inform decisions around other aspects of retirement planning, including when to claim Social Security, when to draw and which investments to draw from and when, and more, everything else. It's all connected. The third reason is verification and accuracy. So the formal retirement benefit estimate serves as really a verified and accurate correct calculation of your potential retirement benefits. It considers the most up-to-date and specific information, ensuring that this estimate reliably represents the benefits you can expect upon retirement. And this, of course, helps you and your advisor to better understand your financial situation and contribute to more accurate and beneficial retirement planning. Okay, let's get to that estimate. All right, on the first page of your benefit estimate, you're going to find a recap of really the foundational information, your PERS ID, your date of birth, the retirement date. This is a very important one of when you entered this request. your projected last day of service, and the age at retirement. And I and the woman who was speaking at this PERS event I just mentioned really encourage you to double check this information to ensure accuracy. It is pretty easy to update your data with Oregon PERS before retirement, and it can cause a real slowdown in pension payouts if it's not addressed until you are finally filing that paperwork in the end. Page 2 is going to provide you with a snapshot of information that plays a crucial role in determining your retirement benefits. This includes the essential details, such as your credited service time. This represents the total years you've contributed to the PERS system. Any service purchases that are available to you. If you are a Tier 1 or Tier 2 member, you have the ability to buy back the first 6 months of waiting time when you were ineligible to contribute to PERS, which can increase your lifetime pension amount. Any sick or accumulated vacation time that you have built up that you reported to PERS when you requested this benefit estimate. You're next going to see your highest 3 years or your final average salary representing the average of your highest paid consecutive 36 months. This is a critical factor influencing the calculation of your retirement benefits. Page 3 is really the holy grail of the Oregon PERS benefit estimate. It tells us what you are eligible to receive as a pension in retirement. So at the top of the page, you will find some information about your account balances, both current and projected. And below that, you're going to find benefit amounts and the options that you have. So as a self-proclaimed super nerd, this is the page that I dream about and that I'm very excited about when clients get it to me, because this is what helps us to run some of those what-if scenarios and really understand what's possible. These numbers, they're really quite powerful in helping to inform you not only on what is the right decision for you, but also, again, when to claim Social Security, which investment buckets to pull from and when, and how to plan for a tax-efficient shift from your accumulation or your working years into your distribution or your retirement years. So I'm going to break down the pension options and what they all mean. I'm going to start with these columns at the top. So no purchase. This is the monthly pension benefit amount that's available to you if you choose not to make any of these service purchase credits available from PERS, or maybe you don't have any. That's what that column means. With purchase, this is the amount available monthly if you do make those purchases. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. You can see it's higher. For now, let's break down each of these pension options and what they mean. Option 1. So this is a single life pension. This amount here, this is the amount you will receive on a monthly basis for the rest of your life, and it ends when you pass away. It is the highest monthly benefit amount available. The refund annuity is a benefit that is paid for your life, and then a designated beneficiary receives a lump sum if there's anything left in the account when you pass away. So the usual break even for this is 10 years, meaning after 10 years, there's no account balance left for a beneficiary to receive. So you can see if you plan on living 10 years longer than you are claiming Social Security, this might not be a worthwhile avenue to take. The 15-year option 15C here, this is a 15-year certain, and it is paid for your life. And if you pass away before receiving 15 years of benefits, your beneficiary is entitled to the remaining payments to fill out those 15 years. Option 2, so this is a 100% survivorship benefit. So you will receive this amount monthly for life. If you pass away, your partner will then receive that same amount for life, 100%. Option 2A is similar but different, 100% benefit to your partner. But if your partner predeceases you, you have the option to move up to option 1. So you can see this is a little bit lower than option 2 because in the end, PERS is promising to potentially pay you out more. So anytime where PERS might pay out more, the pension benefit might be a little bit lower. Option 3, similar to option 2 and 2A, instead of 100% benefit, it is 50%. So when you pass away, your partner is eligible for 50%, half of your benefit amount. Option 3A, again, your partner is eligible for half, but if they predecease you, you have the option to move up to option 1. So when you think about it, you think about the differences in age and when you're retiring, the difference in age between you and your partner, all of those play a really vital role in deciding which of these benefit options might be right for you. You'll also see some options over here for lump sum payouts. So with over the decade of experience I have in advising public employees on their pension options, I have yet to meet a client for whom this lump sum payout makes financial sense. And here are 3 reasons why I think that might be. 1, it removes monthly benefits. So if you opt for this option, it can affect the overall amount of retirement benefits you receive. Of course, it's going to give you a fat lump sum, a significant lump sum of money, but it means foregoing the security of steady monthly income for the rest of your life. And in some cases, as I just talked about, your partner's life. So for many public employees, the other income sources we're thinking about when we're looking at retirement is Social Security, which is also fixed, and investments, which are not fixed, right? Unless you have an annuity or some other kind of product. The uncertainty of markets often makes the steadiness of a pension much more attractive. So you really have to think carefully about your financial needs, your risk tolerance, your long-term plans before you choose this option, or any option about PERS, in my opinion. Tax implications. So there could be some tax implications to a lump sum payout. That's the second reason I don't see this being a real popular choice. I always recommend my client families visit with a tax professional to understand how that could impact the tax situation. Of course, we talk about that through our planning work as well. And the third reason this may not be so popular is death benefits. So as I just mentioned, those survivorship benefits for spouses and beneficiaries, that's important to most people. So opting for this lump sum payout could have implications on that. Finally, at the bottom of page 3, you are going to find the calculation method used to come up with your benefit. So Oregon PERS uses 2 to 3 different calculation methods, and you get the highest of those 3 methods. All right, let's move away from this messy page. Page 4, well, it wouldn't be a government document without some kind of fine print. So that's mostly what you're going to find on page 4. And to make this video digestible, I won't spend too much time here. All right, on to page 5 and maybe 6 and maybe 7 and maybe 8, depends. The other pages that are part of your formal benefit estimate, these are around describing your service purchase options if you have any available. So I mentioned this earlier, they're most readily available to Tier 1 and 2 members, and they refer to your ability to buy additional service credits, which can impact the calculation of your retirement benefits, and in some cases bump up your retirement eligibility date. So this page is going to include an explanation of the service purchase itself. It's going to break down the cost of how much it's going to cost you out of pocket and tell you how much it's going to increase your monthly benefit over time if you choose to buy it. It'll talk a little bit about eligibility criteria. The second page here actually has a breakdown of payment options and calculation examples, that kind of thing. So you can come in here and get a lot of detail on that. So the most common service purchase available is the purchase of waiting time or waiting period. And again, accessible to most Tier 1, 2 employees. And it's the offering to buy back the 6 months when you are ineligible to contribute at the very start of your PERS employment. So this can both accelerate your eligible retirement date with the state and increase your monthly pension amount. So the only way to determine this number, this cost, these 2 numbers, I suppose, well, this one, is to get this formal Oregon PERS benefit estimate, which you can do within 2 years of retirement eligibility, and you can make this purchase within 90 days of your retirement date. So here it is. Oh, it says right there. So you can learn a little bit more about buying waiting time down below. If you are further out than 2 years and you're thinking, I really want to know how much it might cost for my waiting time to buy it, the woman who came and spoke on PERS gave me a range. She said she wasn't sure of a back of the napkin calculation we can use, but she typically sees this range between $500 and $5,000. So big range, all the more argument for getting one of these formal estimates as soon as you can. Some of the other general service purchases available include for those of you who have worked out of state, who have served in the military, maybe some seasonal service, those kind of things. I have a link on that below. It's probably clear by now that unraveling the intricacies of your Oregon PERS benefit estimate is no small feat. Navigating your way through Oregon PERS is just one piece of your financial puzzle, right? You have to understand how it complements all of your other income streams and investment sources. Getting to that is really vital to the confidence that you need to retire well. If you're looking for a thought partner to help you traverse some of these complicated decisions, I hope you'll reach out.